You open your eyes. Sand, sun, and salt in the air. No walls, no ceiling, no sound except waves. You sit up slowly and your head pounds. The last thing you remember is the boat. Then darkness. Now there's nothing but ocean in every direction, and behind you a wall of dense green jungle. You're alone, completely alone. How long can you actually survive like this? Let's find out, because the next few minutes matter more than you think. Your first instinct is to panic, to run along the beach screaming for help. Don't. Panic burns energy, and energy right now is the most valuable resource you have. Sit down, breathe, look around. This is the first decision that determines everything that follows. Most people assume food is the priority. It isn't. The human body can survive several weeks without food, but without water, you have roughly 3 days before your organs begin shutting down. So the very first thing you need to find is water. You scan the shoreline. Salt water is everywhere, but drinking it will only speed up your death. Salt water pulls moisture out of your cells faster than your body can replace it. So where do you look instead? Streams, low-lying areas where rainwater might collect. Green, lush vegetation, because where plants thrive, water is usually nearby. You head toward the jungle, scanning the ground for anything that glistens. And there, tucked between two roots, you find it. A small trickle of fresh water running down from higher ground. Relief floods through you. But don't drink yet. Even clear-looking water can carry bacteria that will leave you weak, dehydrated, and vulnerable, exactly the conditions that get people killed on uninhabited islands. If you can boil it first, you should. If you can't, you drink carefully, in small amounts, and watch your body's reaction over the next few hours. This single decision, water first, is the line between people who survive and people who don't. Now your mind shifts to the next problem: shelter. The sun is brutal out here, and night brings a different kind of danger entirely, dropping temperatures and creatures that move only after dark. You need height off the ground, and you need cover. You drag fallen branches toward a cluster of trees, leaning them into an A-frame shape, then layer broad leaves across the top like shingles. It's rough, it's ugly, but it's yours, and it might save your life tonight. As the sun begins sinking, you realize something terrifying. You haven't eaten anything all day and your hands are shaking. This is where most people make their first major mistake. They start eating whatever they see, berries, mushrooms, unfamiliar fruit, just to fill the emptiness in their stomach. This single decision kills more stranded survivors than starvation itself. Unknown plants can paralyze you, stop your heart, or shut down your kidneys within hours. So what do you do instead? You look toward the water's edge, where shallow pools trap small fish and crabs as the tide pulls back. Movement here is safer than guessing with unfamiliar plants. You spend nearly an hour testing your luck. Most of it fails, but eventually your hands close around something small and frantic, and for the first time today, you have real food. Night falls fast near the equator. One moment there's light, and the next you're surrounded by complete darkness. And in that darkness, every sound feels louder, every movement feels closer. This is where your mind becomes just as important as your body. Fear alone has killed stranded survivors who were otherwise perfectly capable of living. You force yourself to breathe slowly, to remind yourself that fear is not danger, it's just your brain trying to protect you the wrong way. You close your eyes inside your shelter, exhausted, frightened, but alive. Day 1 is over, but day 2 brings a problem you haven't even considered yet. Fire. You didn't think about it yesterday, too exhausted, too overwhelmed. But this morning, shivering slightly from the cool air, you realize fire isn't a luxury out here. It purifies water, it cooks food, making it safer to eat. It keeps predators at a distance. And most importantly, it's how you get rescued. You gather dry leaves, thin twigs, and a curved piece of wood, and you spend nearly 2 hours failing over and over, rubbing a stick between your palms until your skin burns raw. Then, finally, a thin wisp of smoke curls upward. You feed it gently, terrified of smothering the only flame you have, and slowly it grows into something real. Fire changes everything. You boil your water now, eliminating the risk that was quietly working against you all along. You cook the small crabs and fish you find, your body finally getting real, sustained energy. But now your mind drifts towards something bigger. Rescue. How does anyone even find you out here? You can't rely on luck. You have to be seen. You drag rocks and branches into a massive shape on the open beach, something that doesn't occur naturally, something a passing plane or boat might notice from miles away. Smoke during the day, fire at night, visible signals every single day, without exception. This becomes part of your daily routine now, almost a ritual, because hope without action means nothing out here. By day 3, your body starts adapting in ways you didn't expect. You move slower, more deliberately. You're not panicking anymore. You've started reading the island, noticing which trees attract birds, which times of day the tide pools fill with fish, where shade lasts longest during peak heat. Survival is not about brute strength. It's about pattern recognition, the same skill your ancestors needed thousands of years ago. But week 1 brings new challenges entirely. Your shelter held against light wind, but a storm rolls in from the horizon, dark and fast-moving, and you realize your structure was never built for real weather. Rain hits like needles, wind rips at your leaf roof. You spend the night reinforcing your shelter in the dark, terrified, soaked, but unwilling to give up. By morning, exhausted but alive, you understand something crucial. Survival isn't a single decision. It's 100 small decisions, repeated daily, that slowly determine whether you make it or not. Mentally, this is where people often break. Days blur together. Hope feels distant. Some give up entirely, stop eating, stop trying. But you find something different. You start setting tiny goals. Improve the shelter today. Find a better water source. Build a stronger signal fire. Small wins, stacked daily, become the thing that keeps you mentally intact. Weeks pass. Your skills sharpen. Your fear fades into quiet alertness instead. You're not thriving, but you're not failing either. You're surviving, one sunrise at a time, becoming someone you never expected to be. And then, one ordinary afternoon, while collecting firewood, you hear it. A low, distant hum. You freeze, listening, your heart pounding. It grows louder. You sprint toward your signal fire, throwing everything flammable onto it, watching as thick black smoke spirals upward into the sky. The hum becomes a roar. A boat, real, moving, turning toward the smoke, toward you. So here's the real question. If you woke up tomorrow completely alone with nothing but sand, jungle, and ocean around you, would you know what to do? Would you find water in time? Build shelter before nightfall? Resist the temptation to eat the wrong plant? Most people think survival is about strength. It's not. It's about decisions, the right ones, made quickly, repeated daily, until rescue finally comes. So tell me, if this happened to you right now, what would you do first? So, what do you think? Leave your theory below. Subscribe for more impossible questions.